professionals. Into ocean soa, we want to say within our cyber security space, and we have inadequate skilled professionals. Into yes, I know I can coding any uncle counter, build it almost skilled almost so a boss space in a then sustainably no. You better continue say we will enhance that space through collaboration, through cooperation, and through partnerships. This is the way we sustain sectorial developmental agendas. Send you to me ama ankwanku bia odi ejuma ohono no. Say better fight na kuma ebetoniyem. At least about 99%. Definitely, we will definitely have shortfall somewhere. But shortfalls be a baby piano. It's an opportunity for us to be able to enhance the systems. In fact, but you see, even within the issues around violent extremism, right now, wars are actually not even being fought on grounds. Before I a grounds battle, now the cyberspace war has begun. And issues about hate speech, yes, misinformation, disinformation. We are talking about impersonation. Yes, how issues of blackmailing, friends saying typical of journalism. We are talking about defamation, libel, and generating serious issues for us. As I say, you to me building the needed and the right infrastructure to be able to police this one. We are going to ensure issues around IP address system. I say to me infrastructure. Say me Sadiq Educhum me call Facebook na ende me call akoka assembly e dia family Kojo Dankwah ho a sa asem na me koka no etumi ma me vulnerable to attacks because we have seen that within the activities of violent extremist organizations. Even in Ghana here we have seen traces of that about ethnic conflict ni onke kan obo say obi ka asem na say yenene nya adwen a obo say ye label sa nipa no on Facebook or the social media space no, and when you do that you now make the person more vulnerable to attacks. Bisu ana ade no enya sanity nti ubon say basa na sa nipa no etumi trace no akwa na ya den ye kokokum no nti sa nipa no a all yes sa comment no if we have an infrastructure ebetumi ama ya identify impako no through that IP address system. We need to do it and then more appropriately use the legal means to what? To be able to police and then bring these perpetrators to book. That is what we are supposed to do. It is not going to be a space when the authorities we are going to use it to also kind of attack a section of our people. And I say what sometimes we do is politically, we are using it against our opponents. That is not the way it's supposed to be. But objectively, we should be able to get those infrastructure to be able to safeguard that space so that the threat within the cyberspace, we are able to reduce it to the barest minimum so that will be anybody say because our space. I mean, we are talking about Bitcoin today. We are talking about forex trading. All those as I say, you to me the right, and I think that I think that an individual like Sam George is cut out for the job that he's doing right now, despite some of the issues. Ayana Okasa in Tenasi. That is what I feel, and it is about communication. In the Endra, conference I shared an experience with them that I had in Congo as I was serving with the United Nations. Okay. When we come to security communication, at the strategic level and then at the operational level, to be able to communicate on need-to-know basis and what there is and what there is not. And you, the media, play critical role. And I also remember, for instance, if you look at the maritime space, Ghana and the maritime space, we have not even been able to harness even quarter of what we can use to even as economic growth We have not even harnessed even quarter of that space.
Okay.
Why? Because there are issues of piracy. Sometimes people are reporting petty thefts as piracy because the people don't understand. So I remember at the Kofi Annan Center, I think 2 years ago, we had what we call maritime security reporting for journalists. And then I was part of those who developed the framework to be able to train journalists. And we have a couple of journalists coming through to be trained here in West Africa. And so we need to create that platform, the right people who can help us to be able to promote and safeguard the various security spaces, especially when it comes to the cyber space.
Rasadik, say what the and I think issues now we're raising now will have to be looked at. Now, if you ensure quite a fast one, you bet me aboa. That's be brave.
Yes, I think American me kwa say India ye bie ya pona to minia obi otim bia no oba West Africa Center for Counter Extremism ye bie ya pona to say we yedwumakuo na opese yeteten maybe Kessben your media house you feel say you have some group of journalists you want to train them when it comes to issues of security reportage and all those kind of things. We are there, we are ready to support so that we can all grow again. I want to thank you for the opportunity and your big platform. Thank you too.
Yabeba Sanchez and any abani edin komopa. All right. Yada say yane Ora Sadiq edichu many no AD and common security expert in no AD in common and na zigas take the 12 so or text messages and I face so WhatsApp messages in an American kind na ama me who teacher constitution and one city or say to all well-meaning Ghanaians, let's not be deceived. NDC's lack of commitment to fighting Galamsey is evident. Their days are numbered. They have failed Ghana's future with their reckless policies. NDC's governance is a recipe for disaster. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Kansambwedo, Mr. Owusu Bempa, in Shayesu MPP chairman, hopeful, and Afeso Kuka, and then JFK. The other one, Fihanomeba teacher Kojo Tepa. Or say if only the MPP wants unity, peace, and victory in 2028, they should stick with Dr. Bawumia. Any spillage against his candidacy will spell doom for the party and cause its irreparable damage for a long time to come. I'm saying this based on what Ghanaians feel and are seeing, as well as following successive research findings from different sources. Never look back and lose guard to support for guard of support for him. Greetings to Chairman Odenoho Kwame Apia Kuka, Honorable Eric Nana Ajuman, Prempe and Afeso Prempe MP for Ahafo and Non-North, JFK and Mr. Owusu Bempa, the Inshayeso constituency chairman hopeful. Also Nedia or de Ebaye and no. Mame kan Okan dia na fe membra Ziga honom no say good morning. I'm Okan from Bantama in the Senate West District. DSTV is playing smart on some George's intelligence. How many guys uses DSTV? MultiChoice has lost 3.7 million subscribers in just 2 years because of streaming services. Economic pressure and it has shifted consumer preference to Nigeria channels, so he should not waste his energy fighting them. Now that the dollar is 14 cedis plus, what is the NDC government going to boast in 9 months? Then I have Meshach Asante from Amasaman. The government must be applauded for how seriousness they have now taken the fight against Galamsey. Declaration of security zone in some forest and water bodies is in the right direction. It will be in the interest of all Ghanaians to desist from illegal mining in order not to lose any life in the hands of military. A word to a wise is enough. Again, I want to know if MPP, especially Justin Kodia, when did they become aware that misbehavior of Abronye, they were the same people who were giving him the moral support to insult others. So what has changed now? They should keep quiet and enjoy the fruits of Abronye. This one is coming from Meshach Asante from Amasaman. 60 minutes past the hour of 8. Now, Enra Insiona Shasie, and I heard the Meteor's office saying, say Insiono, a beto yepa, and into as I say, careful near aware. session and insuo no ebetumi atono e 250 order for umbrella there. But it is strange that we still have areas now you feel say by this time there anka when it comes to flood issues anka etumi asolve no. It is not so. Adabraka here less than 10 minutes insuo no etoye no hwe mamo Facebook 92.9 monko hwe wo so wo hwe e wo ye Kessben TV me pacho ene wo so sisia no less than 10 minutes insuo no touche anope su ato. This is what you find e wo eye Adabraka, and you're wondering why it is so. Now share Adabraka senior structure nete anyhow why ya demarcate and near systems ni na eye okay na se oko high down wa ha na adebechina insuo to less than 10 minutes, and this is what you find eye happening. And this morning I was saying that subsequent governments have come with more diverse solutions to solve our problem when it comes to air flood. Minimum krano sika ye de ra air the solving of air a friend is saying a flood in this country a dosun a saying air maybe sika ye de akwashe health more and as America say ye de any other agencies to even do anything. Just this morning I was reading about $150 million. Yes, I injected into drainages. You injected into other areas to stop this flood. Yes, that's a ministry to even concentrate on sanitation and all these matters. Yet, we still cannot find solution, just as we are finding solution to Galamsey. And look, obika wato we says here aban entumi nyema no. Says here on one eso kwabo so kan one eso koto ni engine. Na se mo be catch say you are devoting serious monies into the issues of friends and flood in this country. Na se betina se na se still la na se sia no say ya na be kone dia. Adwene. And like I said, I read it this morning that even around, we are saying it's 2025. We are estimating that we're going to use over $6 billion to solve a flood, a system in this country. Menoka say, since 2024, we have injected 150 million in 2024 for the same Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project. We have sunk this money, and still, flood is a problem. Make I say, Ora John Mahama buy within the first 100 or 125 or whichever days it is, or kwabontin to check. Say ensure by beto and intino or currents are checking the flood prone areas, any drainages are here, so that we can have, a fast thing to do, so that ensure start here. And this is where we are. Insuona to asamba and look at us. Adabraka punye wager the embassy and pay so wages own. It's terrible. Alajo police depot area honum na are you serious? Na sensuno be to just under 10 minutes. Na si ebenya ni say dia. But okoken a baby be ho but ebe kanra kan necessary yeka enu no ebe he de ebetumi aye afa ho enche ziga e de Zika stake ne ebe bre na fe ya toa so make sure say Dr. Palgrave Kojo Dankwah lecturer UPSA and afa so a national coordinator of Oak. Anytime I hear the Oak, then it brings me back to my own team, Accra House of Oak. I don't know whether Doctor is a fan of Accra House of Oak. And if he's not, it's somebody who can and you very common lecture with UPSA. And I think I saw one infographic flying that UPSA now wants to bring in a dressing code, a dressing policy. I don't know how far it is true, but whether it is true or not. But main call Ziga Hona Fee including common Ziga Steak brought to you by Doc Activated Charcoal. Doc DOK Doc Activated Charcoal. And Ede Ebrayen. Ziga, morning, Bibia Bokodier.
Yeah, Nyakupa do be
nice.
Yes.
So one fly day there.
Oh, there be a holiday me.
Oh, honey, you say we
see. Sooner chopper is matching na but me honey safe.
Yeah, that's it.
Speaking, where I live. Yes, many moons say no, and I but
yes,
my boss at Tracy. Now addressing no Jabakum.
Okay.
Aha, my Konyaba partner.
Wakonyaba
partner. And so one next hour the can be yes, within the dear Konyaba.
Okay.
Aha, you mean now, yes, I preach.
Oh, okay.
Aha, so that's
nice. Doctor, no.
Yes, Papa na ni di nkomo no.
Yes, Sadiq.
Yes, Sadiq. Unumide pa. Unumide. Now, what President Mahama did yesterday, say Ghana for antenasia. So one tenasia na the year politics. If you say cyber fraud, it is say okun galamsey. It is say okun dumso. Cyber fraud. A baby or baby ano. What the cyber fraud edisi na nusu so person or battle. Na adia ba ko ne say yentimi fa nye campaign. Se udina simpie so anase platform so. That's what the cyber fraud year campaigner. You can lose elections. I'm telling you. Because almost doors so pa and they have money to combat you during the elections. But we need a you fight cyber fraud like you are fighting Galamsey and any other EBR in that this country. Sure. Romance scam. Through cyber fraud, so romance scam, money laundering is no money now. Oko America annually, okay, Federal Trade Commission, any FBI, almost joint report it said it cost America for $1.4 billion annually. Nipa, yebuomo, romance scam, and money laundering, cyber fraud, and it's no money na kanina bumwa. $1.4 billion and America for lose through. So, Oma combat Sadinwa just last April, the reason why President Mahama yes I do in a just last April, and American House of Representatives, you know, mostly Oma passing HR 2481, and here Romance Scam Preventive Act.
Okay.
Romance scam no ye na ase etiase. Romance scam se obi a unu obi din sa wosobi. So na echi obefa so de abu no. Ni na ye cyber fraud. Money laundering. Oma kanini na bom and omo de aye sad. And they have started blacklisting some countries. It is shot baby nipa no act no omai no. Omo to the gumu a yebusa questions. Nipa omo follow victims. Any countries a free ba numbers say do omu dealing no, they wouldn't ask you say country ben and nipa free, but you share the country's code and no more determine how many countries ever and no number the found what the blacklist. You get me? Just a puyano mu pass that in. Then you go to Europe, European Commission, which is European Parliament. No say 750 million euros. And almost lose you through the whole Europe, lose you through this calmness. And now, Obeka said 2020, so 2019. Almost blacklisted Ghana. Na Ghana ye kahubi. Ya ni ye shisha dem the internet. E boom for Europe. Na Ghana kahu. Eti alongside Nicaragua and Botswana and some countries, you know, Ghana was blacklisted. And the man Akufo-Addo had a serious problem with. You know, and you cracker who be the hated amamu because sometimes you cocoa be corner sa no mani na yen few. Jamaican what I say. Eti eno na ma ye pass Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020. Eti ye pass Anti-Money Laundering Act and the European Commission, European Parliament, and we say the Ghana we are making attempt to fight that fraud no and almost a grant amnesty the mai. Almost grant amnesty the mai no. Ena ye high. Now listen. Sa US where you know my passing. Epu no more passing. And the European Commission for sorry almost blacklisted countries. aban bi abetena ho no mama sade na heto you be in trouble. Enuti na Muntaka Mubarak obekai say na so mo launch bi match mu o ka say the romance scam ne cyber fraud ne ade a is coming to battle so and na nyam nwanwa kofi boat mu ne sa enkofu du issue na start say e ba bonte me na nyam nwanwa dia make ro atase enti aban na ni abre si an support to aban na sa blacklist ni bi ba mu a na ban na gu. I'm telling you Yehuni say na ban na gu. Where are you? Ehim fa na do no ma beko. Ensa woso loans ene ho no ma. Dia make ro atase. So aban ne fight here as a so fighting openly. Emma America aban European Commission who say aban is fighting. So that is good. But there's a one thing that I will also entreat President Bahama to put premium on. Because okay anti-money laundering act no section 5 no and yet they create the Financial Intelligence Center. We so Financial Intelligence Center fake.
Yeah.
Ehona owura kojo chumbuafo eda o manu sisia. Unu mo maduma ne say memene Kojo Preko Dankwah ene wa Kessben. Minim ni sika sem but minim no betimi agestimate nipa oye boss facha mi o. But beto one wa kokoto private jet. Aban wo ho kwan se obisa ba bia anya sika free. Dia make an what say.
Yeah.
Si ati ye koba obi ani say hey Derek Benfia kokoto Land Cruiser 10. Wa koto private jet. No, aban no through the Financial Intelligence Center no. They have every right to ask you where did you get the money from. And routine and Niyama was investigated after the party no. Which yenina we were not happy because they did it openly. See frawa eyekokwase. So one timia answer questions and ye publication. But omo dia ne de omo kokoye the publication and na emu be free say we international mugu international businessman. It can create a problem for no abra sebia on international trade partners ni business partners ni yeah. So it is good. You put a premium on it.
Okay.
Kojo chumbuafo.
Okay.
You buy a yentenen kapapa. Dia make an what I say. Apart from Niyama Diano, because Anna a second will be near Juma. What's a demo? Yea, sorry, how much 3 a.m. near to tone so near Yaban. Yea, the bread on what's a damn when you're Juma.
Oh, straight.
Ned Diane say, why gigi. Not the obia bread when yano. Not to be a 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Not by now, say between a number be frame. Number the frame no a bagana number. Afe saba na plus esa wachiri. Na sa kwakoye. Later na metia say ota receive sa course no kwa no. Ubati wani na usika yi. Na say so be kache bedu die. Oh sorry. 1005. Oh kabla ka facha be facha. O receive corner na pa. Ye newscaster kabla facha be facha. Kache bedu die. Eti a normal ekoso no oma na ni sun ko ho
mate
oma na ni sun ko saade no
okay
na ye ni na ye hyase ye ni mo bia level
okay
eni kwa se kofu dwane jae sa abra onya adwuma
yeah
ye hwehwem na ba bia ye
all right Matthias here Doc activated Chaco and a day a stake no every
all right
diga Doc sitting
me partner bad
yes
and the man the Doc activated Chaco pada na or the acquire campaign
yes
na Doc activated Chaco pada obi a obofutaf no pa unya Doc activated Chaco powder obi a indigestion was udidi antimi indigestion obi o kra na adwuma no tini oda anajo eti odidi anajo enye no person yes ado but adwuma na compare no man yes ado unya Doc activated Chaco powder na a flash system no se ye be ya de bia no obesi pesita gas na abeja wo ye why bloated wo ye fru na ye kese ni bia ne doso bia no tusu a chuna e gas nkwantie koyem no na ma yefuna kese nkase sikafuru yare nko a unya Doc activated Chaco powder uye training na onom ka na atwene kama ebe detoxicate a flash bibia furu yam amwasipi asita osa bia wo so bia osa hudu bia no unya Doc activated Chaco powder ene ne ba kon atuase e diamam na ekoyem a it gives you a fresh breath pa obia opesa wo se ya white ene ni kofo kokotua 5000 3,500, 4,000. Ekokochu omasi emania white. Debi. We have Doc activated Chaco powder. Doc activated Chaco powder. No. Yem fa we shabashimu. and one say odi abo o brush na bom wa paste awie no na odi atwi e be sie fita white na oso asi pesi ta do papa odanya ne ya o fa teaspoon baako no afa warm water cup kakra na onumu a odugu na anumu a no anom dia koyam o brush tutu ye bibia wi a best 30 minutes time ne wa na wadidi na afi afra system no e 100% natural edua no a ye hyede ye saa aduma no yanko ne anim wo West Africa obi anim bi eti doc activated charcoal powder na MACP esita na adi ya pharmacy and life pharmacy and a Lancer chemist and a Colonac omuni na ukumase ubenya na dosopuo ato eho and afi ukọ Ekus pharmacy e wa shaman na na boache watama AMNsa watakra the delight pharmacy e wo Koforudia Redama pharmacy so a shaman and a pharmacy bia wo Okaishi drug lane ubenya biato pharmacy bia ne herbal shop bia e wo gada hedi na ubenya doc activated charcoal powder the ebiato number ni 059-820-6885 059-820-6885 and 020-66-16620 020-66-16620 doc activated charcoal powder baby I will be a copebito the CP esita.
I say Ziga and Ziga stick a bray no yen twice so 33 minutes past 08. Also good morning to you. Please talk about the attitude of some Ghanaians. They will intentionally pour garbage into gutters, which causes choke. So let's get this attitude cleared or before solving the issue of flooding. Okay, yate another good advice from there. Yan court na fi yen share discussions na say yen Dr. Palgrave Kojo Preko Dankwah, lecturer UPS and a national coordinator of Oak for president. Beka ohine Japan Kennedy for presidency no ejuma any ababedi and komo any ababedi sesiano. Doc, bibi aboko there morning.
Kojo nyamia do me hoye. Medase so
on mic no as me hu ache kakra
I feel we me hu
yeah no
medase France wa ma me akwenye na enda no pa me wodjumba ku bia me pese meto eba Kennedy Japan.
Okay.
My spirit actually me say I should sing this song.
Nice one.
To permit me to sing.
Eradijna
mechi se odo berima ni hu yehu okumaye enshira da 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 michirio botembi obotambi nierade oyerade michirio botembi obotambi nierade Kennedy Japan erade jina wechi se odo berima neho yehu okumawo yeshira da 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 da. Good morning, Michia Honorable Kennedy Japan, baby Obia, Michia Hokafo, Mama Christie, Michia campaign team for Michia all regional teams, regional coordinators, grassroots for Omobon Paye, Se Unyankoponya, Kennedy Adom Nombrambe, Frank Antuni, Emma New Patriotic Party. Me who say you may be a session with him. And in Tumana New Patriotic Party, as I say, a crano, me who say it is coming back. Now, on the 31st of January 2026, the New Patriotic Party, as we know it, from Yenananom JB Dankwah 1945, Pagran to Nom, William Ofriata, Edward Kufu Adonom, Penifonom Koye, Progress Party, John Ajekum Kufu, Jego Kanta, Bachebi Lamte, Hakman Nom, the New Patriotic Party. Soon na, ye hear MIA to me did just out to me no. I see it coming back. And that leadership is coming with Honorable Kennedy Japan. Now what we be amebaha because as a who watch it. And you are sitting in a very good seat. When you have the boss himself on the seat, then you know that everything is under control. And I'm happy to be here.
I'm also happy to see you here. But yes, before I'm about Kennedy Japan matters and the NPP matters, you were the former government spokesperson on security and governance, right? This issue of cyber, this issue of romance calm, and it look as if subsequent governments find solutions to solve these problems, and it's increasingly becoming a problem. Digital economy is not too sure as to how we have to be safe and all that. I mean, your take on these issues?
You know, Kojo, we are not safe in this country. I'm not joking. In fact, sometimes
Okay.
We are not safe. Yet you need substantive minister for defense.
Okay, yes.
And my deepest condolences to Omani family. You know, deepest condolences to him. But only defense, you may be a hunyapa. And untina in the constitution, yes, so mampeni and we no jumana or call Nichia. They immediately they swing the vice president. And no nema John Dramani Mahama. No ye at a mills abedi tree, at a mills 777, on the baby call, you know, John Dramani Mahama, ebe president. Now me dream say I was expecting minister Adihone say Nanka on maneno mun semnisi, you know. Nanka the president, or the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Nanka says so assume that role as minister for defense immediately.
Okay.
Imra, I mean it's not constitutional, but it's say assembly to know. Nanka says so relinquish that to Ato Forcing. Obia or share the Ghanaian economy as finance minister. Now me, I was expecting say he would take that up as the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and say in the interim, Ansana Obe decided on who Obe Babe the substantive minister for defense, and he's taking that responsibility.
Is it possible that
way?
Of
course, it's possible. It's happened several times.
Okay.
Now we've had head of states in this country. No more head of the defense ministry. We've had that already before. He should have done that. But anyway, we feel you and Abba, and the first thing I'm doing is immediately from coming from UN at the backbench of Inyema AC Ghana since the 15th of January. Eba BC just yesterday, and approach military form me who some uniform. I was sad for this country, utterly scandalized. Say, how is it? Say, a military people in military uniform. The Ghana police atriomo. It's embarrassing for us as a country. It's embarrassing, utterly embarrassing. I don't know. Minim say niebe to me adrein wafa. Yet you 48,000 people have been displaced in a military country like Burkina Faso, in the Bindiri. Almost 48,000. Make right, imagine say be about 60,000. Now, me didn't say be to on the Ghana Refugees Board, Ghana Health Service, and the Ministry of Health. Say, almost outbreak of cholera, almost outbreak of COVID-19, almost outbreak of monkeypox, almost outbreak of fever. Because Sanyamana issue was wrong, no, it tells you say we are not safe. Minya, oka cyber honsem no. Then I'm happy. Nyama minijini say, Honorable Kennedy Japon, at the time I know you're a member of parliament. Now or chair the communication committee of parliament. Now minyantiye fi Dr. Ntribu Esiakun say, ansana cyber security authority no, ye babe making sure say ye be setting it up no. Honorable Kennedy Japon was instrumental in that. Say honana Madam Osler, Ekufuwo as substantive minister. Inti ya buying and making sure say you put it together the Cyber Security Authority Act and the strategy. Dr. Ntribu Esiakun, no, or pioneer, very excellent gentleman. Inti I was scandalized again when John Dramani Mahama, the account, social media account, was hacked. So this year, John Dramani Mahama social media account was hacked. And I was like, hey, what are we doing in this country? Now, if the president of Ghana's social media account can be hacked, then nobody is safe. But only in India. In Kophobia, professionals. They have nothing to do with politics. Victimizing FE, NCA, and Cyber Security Authority. So, Bekaya, Osafumafu, no, you NCA.
Yes.
Very intelligent guy. He has nothing to do with politics. No, he has risen up to be on the international level of security in terms of data protection and everything. And today, I go to NCA and ask, they can't find a replacement. But
what was his position there then?
Oh, you recheck again. Since it's not coming to mind. But you understand, he had a very, very influential role. I will make sure so protecting the data of Ghana.
I like that. Very influential.
Yes, very influential.
Technical.
It was not political. Technical. he had no Yejuma or Honum Krans, and he's been working there. What he has here, Abaino bringing in the best of expertise into today. So it is as though John Dramani Mahama was not prepared to be president. Because in Yemani is gradually becoming like a committee-led presidency. Say yes, you Osia CSOs. Could be somo nya onye about illegal mining. Hey, sir.
Yes.
Who president who the we need to right from day one you kickstart. But I'm not surprised. So can see a man honeymoon. See, why not? He's still enjoying honeymoon. But hey, maybe you don't know. Look, if the security of the country is not safe, how much more cyber?
Okay, so he was a Kojo
Jemfi.
He was the director of cyber security.
Thank you.
At the National Communication
Thank you.
Authority. Yeah.
Thank you. Inti meaning power because me I don't know him personally, but now no and nasemba meaning inti I paid particular attention and I went to read about him in Juma Awaye and the fact that he was at the international level representing Ghana. Inti I was not surprised when John Dramani Mahama's account was hacked. I thought that he was president for all. So you see what Sam George is doing. Isn't it embarrassing? John Dramani Mahama had the code be out to one say code of ethics. Now who a whole substantive minister for communication? Do you think say it will augur well for foreign investors to come into Ghana? Some will be investing into Ghana. They will think that the country, government victimizes international organizations. We must look at the interest of Ghana. Okay. I'm glad Sawubo or Safuma for the post. Who's the director of what?
Oh, cyber security.
Yes, director of cyber security at NCA.
Yeah.
So why would I didn't know John Dramani Mahama's account will not be hacked? And we should be prepared for more. Look,
if it's a political appointment,
it's not any political appointment.
It's not
political.
Yeah.
This is a technical guy. He doesn't even do politics.
Okay.
What he has here, he doesn't even do politics.
Okay.
But clearly, the way forward is that look, if the government they can eat a humble pie, based on political idealization, if they can call them back in the interest of Ghana, they should. And almost immediately, John Dramani Mahama appointed a substantive minister for defense. On recalling parliament appointment committee, how can you be telling us all fighting illegal mining? Now you don't have a substantive minister for defense. Into one now you're meeting, who is representing this whole security sector at the defense ministry. At force in the as economy, finance. No, we also as the why don't we? It's own issues now. No, these things must be nipped in the bud.
All right. Doc, that's Dr. Palgrave Kojo Dankwah, or your lecturer, UPSA, and official national coordinator of Oak for president when it comes to Kennedy Japan. Now it's Oak. It means that Accra of Oak. You support Accra of Oak.
Oh, I love football.
You love football.
I support every Ghanaian football team. Yes, I support every Ghanaian football team.
But the Oak tree is strong.
Oh, Oak tree, it lives over 200 years.
Yes, so is Accra of Oak.
Of course, I love Accra of Oak. Now, you see, Gamanchaka train say they are hosting us. Or say, Onyame. How do you say it in Ghana? Obake.
Yes,
so,
Obake.
Iti the Gamanche Michiana no pay. Waka train say Obake. Iti omu hosting. So I don't have a choice.
Done.
By the fact say me tenant in the capital of the Ga people, no, I am part of Obake, and I am a house of folk. But I love Susupribi.
Yeah.
So I mean, from Achime Boako, I love Susupribi. I love Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
I love Kwewu United.
Yeah.
So I love Liberty. Chelsea,
Liberty.
Brekum Chelsea.
Yes, Brekum
So
Chelsea.
Tamale, Papa Haruna, we no ni football club. Haruna Idrisu. Yes, or football club be Tamale. So I love local football.
Karela United.
Yes, Karela United.
Yes.
I love local football. Now the thing I love local football, they say in common I also with DSTV, it's clearly as a result of the fact that Omo monopolizes the system, Omo authorized to be able to share all these Europa leagues in the world. We must give them a competition.
Okay.
Yes, and not local football, no. In Kofor, 2/3 of them come from this continent of Africa. Into why can't I didn't my local football no any attractive? Now you're creating content for that.
I get it. But that's a part. But before, I mean, yeah, but cyber security issues, you did mention that Ora Kennedy say a fan and also be lead the party in terms of presidential na abema into my pa na ND's MPP wono ebe sign abba back. At the end into my panel, at the end pana attachment here ama party no who ne send to my pa na nkomu fra and nanu will be no any hono moa sisi ade o force say de Ora Kennedy e Japan e basisi a me no kase ya obetumi amasa adom no anase saa into my panel etumi aba e de empa na asesa
Akra party na na yenim no asset it no or as it is supposed to be in sanity. But eko bia ansesa yeba and MPP no a party of traditions and essentially a party of generations. Na me dey asem beto no me work campaign office and am maybe we dey be 55 oba ye na ne ba de nechi ne ba ne dey be 19 years old when you admission eko you has mama ni introduce you no ho say or your constituency women's organizer in one of the constituencies e wo Ghana and no dey ne ba ne chi ame say ne ba no a polling station women's organizer and am mama say or the ne ba ne e ba be chia Honorable Kennedy esan say ono na oba be ye MPP Frank Atuni. Now what catch Honorable Kennedy say ono mama no ye women's organizer wo constituency no fi ba ye no ne papa and e dey share party ni mu into person ne ba no so ehu party benefo e when am dream when am say yes the New Patriotic Party Kojo is a party of generation mama no e person ne ba no hu say that bia so ni hono ma party no impenifo enie that's the party of generations into yenya ye dom New Patriotic Party no at some stage in our lives no maybe ye papa ye member ye mama ye member ye wofa ye member ye nana ye member ye nana council ye member it is just generation and a eba what you say but see no as we see it no it doesn't appear to be like the traditions of the party as we know it so called the values of the party as we know it so called the generational thinking nature of the party as we know it so called no enye no na as a yehu enuntina so share the proponents of the Dankwah Dombo Buzia tradition now we share the way our Professor Dubois here campaign here a breaking culture of silence with Reku Brobe Radio I now we share young people are no more at the time but I will tell you something that I've begun to think about Amameniaje with the governance of President John Agyekum Kufuor. Ubekaya, in the AFRC Mrenu in the 80s, and sana NDPC and PNDC, Ebano, na Ghana was not safe. Nkofo bebre etu kwan eko into exile. So Ubekaya, ebiko Nigeria, ebiko America, ebiko Europe, ebiko Middle East, nkofo bebre. Because some could seek political asylum, not say the country was not safe for them. Now, me kaipa in 1997, 1998. Now, my family were in exile near to Philadelphia, or United States of America. Flag bearer John Agyekum Kufuor by US at the time. Now, President Clinton and another president of the United States of America. Oba no, asemo katre yen Ghana for no. I was young then. Man papa call York or buy no same no catching. And sema President Kufuor and a flag bearer catching and say, Obia wako into exile, Obia mumbra back to Ghana. Namumbe tuaba in the 2000 election. Namutu aba in the 2000 election, a dear Meyama Munya and say, me setting up the National Reconciliation Commission. Inti a dear President Kufuor ye ma Ghana, a ye monumental, and no a ye soft skill be or the buy no. Otiasie was the fact that na Ghana at the time, before the Fourth Republic insurgents, na Ghana at the time had become a blood country. Into President Kufuor brought healing. Emma Kufuor be brianomo ko into exile. Eba Ghana, become wasem, and they sought to forgive people for any atrocity somewhere. Into for me as I sit here as a product of near President John Agyekum Kufuor with the Reconciliation Commission. I man Kufuor be brano musro so mbeba Ghana no. Omo ba ya, omo atena hanoma, omo mba atena hanoma, omo mba wari omo awa omo so tena hanom. So it tells you, say Ghana is also a country of generations. Now, there should never be a day and time. I'll be who so Rebecca say, Nikro John Bahobi. Inti, I'm glad with what President Kufuor did. Inti, no setting tone and a narrative for the new patriotic party. Say, ye party of unity. Ye party and ye drink Ghana for who, not just our party members. Ye drink the entirety of the Ghanaian people, the populace of Ghana. And no, those were the values I had for me, the UGCC. I was not there. Into so people can say, now watching Dankwah, I was starting NPP, I say, you join the NPP now, debut. I did not need to be there at the time, me NPP. But the fact that a party of generations, Ababeto, Matibi. Into Matibi, I have an inclination of the and your friend Subain, the character of the party. I have an inclination of it. Into Yakada Rocha Sema, I might not have met him, but me in Samoa, yes, you know what he stood for. Yaka JH Mensa Sema, I might not have met him, but I hear the things that he stood for. Well, it is changing. It's going to be changing very soon. I am glad. Say the party has recognized says and we are in crisis.
Okay.
And Nuntina, flag bearership election from the top. Because you see, some person correctional leadership, you start from the top.
What is our proposal?
Well, even if I do not, it is the decision of the National Executive Council.
Okay.
I am guided to accept it.
Okay.
That is what our party stands for.
Okay.
The New Patriotic Party, say, the decision of leadership must be fully understood and accepted. And even if you don't understand it, you must understand it and take it as it is. Okay. So the National Executive Council say, look, we have a leadership crisis. And that's true. Look, Nana Dankwah Kufuor has been the leader of the party for 16 years. John Ajikun Kufuor had been the leader of the party for 12 years. Into these two people are leading party, they have some sense of history. They can guide the generations ahead. But Imrana Yeti Dankwah Dombo Buzia tradition, young men omobe konye and making sure say MPP Jina Kennedy Japan was one of those. On a President Kufuor campaign in 1996, not necessarily ambition for parliament, or recapture as central for the New Patriotic Party from 2000 to 2024, 24 years of parliamentary involvement. Into very clearly, say New Patriotic Party no atene kev edu babia. Na ye peobia or wohono from the beginning of the New Patriotic Party. Onim the values of the New Patriotic Party. Onim the ethics and the ethos of the New Patriotic Party. Ne blood e bleeding with the New Patriotic Party. Or see the sacrifices of the grassroots. I say, listen very well. So we call South Africa. Everybody hails Nelson Madiba Mandela. Why? Because every South African consider him a hero.
Yeah, sure.
During the apartheid regime.
Yeah.
What you say? Including Steve Biko, the young people now no pay say, look, we need to get South Africa for ourselves. They are hailed. And today, Kennedy Japan must be hailed. He's the hero of the New Patriotic Party. From 1992 till date, Kennedy Japan, the voice has been consistent. Okay. Incredible.
All right. Looking at all these things that you said, one of the major things that Ayana for Canberra has to do with discipline. As I say, Yeshema, a party, to me, agent and also on that. And people have said, party leadership currently, lose to focus when it comes to discipline. Yet, they are the same people almost change a amount for us. So recently, you've had issues with two major of your own political party campaigns, i.e. the Ashanti regional chairman of the NPP, and then you have the regional chairman of Bono also coming in with other issues. Make sure what and who come on about this, and of course, I've even heard press akrana more at the Abano. Now you find the Bono man or the Bono NPP regional chairman calling your candidates an antichrist. And finding out, say the neighbor disciplinary committee in Ukraine, he want to prove, to even the disciplinary committee, the antichrist within the party as your candidate. And they're even calling the bluff that we should even have a life, done. And he's ready to do that and all. Discipline versus some of these issues and your candidate being called an antichrist.
Kojo, so say, Mr. T.
Yes.
Eradijna wechi, se odo berima. Nihu yehu Okuma yen jira da 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 da. Me tree obutambi. Kennedy tree obutambi. Inti, you see, many the way entertainment. I was brought up with the highest level of values and respect. Inti, me use your platform to denigrate anyone. New Patriotic Party, also known also. Now, it is wrong for a leading member of the party at the regional level, are we a member of the National Executive Council, to call a colleague, and not just a colleague, a senior member, more experienced, more exposed, more involvement in government. Kennedy, the governance, we know, it spanned all the presidents of this Fourth Republic, with the exception of Jerry John Rawlings. From Kufuor to Atta Mills to John Mahama I to Nana Addo Dankwa Fu. What you say? He's worked with four presidents in this Fourth Republic. It is unfortunate that Abronye would equate the one who is an antichrist. Maybe I'm a Christian. The one who is an antichrist. The features, you know, Kennedy has none. The one who is an antichrist, who is against Christ. Antichrist is one who is against Christ.
Sure.
The one who is an antichrist. The features, now we know it from the scriptures. Kennedy doesn't represent one. But I'll tell you who Kennedy is.
Okay.
Kennedy is a Christian apologist. No be a Christian apologist.
Tell me.
Billy Graham is an example of a Christian apologist. Or they stand for the defense of their faith. Peter, the apostle of Jesus Christ, is a Christian apologist. Paul, the apostle of Jesus Christ, is a Christian apologist. Thomas, Yesuma Anoko, India, I setting up the Thomasites in Bangalore. I've been there. I've traveled to 150 countries as a former Christian missionary. I know the things I'm talking about. It's when we talk about an antichrist, I don't want to call anyone an antichrist because Okasa, you don't understand the magnitude of what you're saying. Obia or Tiasebia would not take you serious. But it is our political party. So it is how ya allow in maybe Amakoso. Tell me if it's say the New Patriotic Party, the Progress Party, the UG Party, the party of traditions, values, sacrifice, volunteerism, and respect.
Discipline has fallen short.
There's none. Almost gone.
There's no discipline.
There's none. It's almost a case of the animal farm. It's almost the case of things being falling apart. Things are not going well. That is why, for me, the way our party need to do, I would have wished, say Nanka, after the 2024 general election, Nanka, in the wisdom of the National Executive Council, Nanka, some catch all the executives to step aside. Now, almost setting up interim steering committee. No more say we are looking into issues because look, Obia or yes senior member of the party named say 2024 general election was not run on the structures of the party in the way that it should have been.
Okay.
Otia say Obia nim say there was maybe it was sidestepped and it was overlooked. Oh, they say I don't even want to talk about it much because I know they say Michael Kojo report is inside. General Secretary say nobody has a copy. It means that near one of the flag bearers post for no Ekekano Oboni Trim Noka because he hasn't got a copy. That's what the General Secretary tells us.
Yeah, but
if we have to believe it. But you see, for me, the moment that you say yes, setting up the Professor Michael Kwe committee, to investigate in Nientia now following up, see all the national executives is a step aside. Everybody, from chairman right up to Nasara, step aside. Now, National Executive Council, led by the chairman, Hakman Uswajimai, Ebusia Penny. Yes, almost there first.
Okay.
Hakman Uswajimai, Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor, John Ajikum Kufuor, Mpenifo in the party. The Omo taking charge of the party as a steering committee. Until say a flag bearership election, it will be at them. Because you see, there's a lot of bias. Internal indiscipline anymore.
A lot of bias.
How is it that a national executive who is a general secretary, it to me reprimand as a regional chairman, now we reprimand, exchanging words with him. It tells you, say, party break it down. That is why for me, I got 4 months pay. Nancy Sanyaba. I got 4 months pay. Nancy Sanyaba. And Kennedy Japan, man of discipline, patriotism, honesty, trust, accountability, transparency. Sanyama now, or they beba back into the new patriotic party. No, I am convinced. Say a dina ebu no. What you say? And they say obo time be no will rebuild this party and recapture power.
2 issues I want to deal with. One has to do with the comment made by Wontumi, especially with the issue of election. No? I'm connecting it with the anti-election rigging squad now, Maakye, no? The essence of it now. Now, Wontumi comes up with that. Make us a calculation, and I say BB say 20 and a year maintaining to really vote for. Dr. Baomiano. What TNF I was saying? First one on that.
No, it's an unfortunate statement. Right? Chairman to me, he couldn't deliver Ashanti region. We know the results that came from Ashanti region. Couldn't deliver victory for us. Ashanti region is a stronghold. It's our firstborn. That's Ashanti region. It's our firstborn. New Patriotic Party. That's our firstborn. NDC appreciating Ashanti region, and we see it from the data of the results. It's an unfair statement. He shouldn't have made that statement. What you say? I can consider it a exuberance of a chairman who is desperate.
Is it not the reality you are thinking it is exuberance of a chairman?
Unim. So we have an election committee in our campaign.
Anti-election rigging squad.
Good. We have an election committee. It is headed by Jojo Rock-Yobin.
Yes.
Former minister, regional minister. Now, the woman say you die, you're to your pum.
Yes.
Because you didn't say you are conformable into your boy and home buying.
Okay.
You track more, you say seat belt because you feel say there will be a careless driver be somewhere. What you say? Into these are measures I did to two on them. Ama the architecture of the election, no for who say we are policing this election and leaving nothing unturned. We have an eagle eye to look into this election and leaving nothing unturned. This election will not be rigged, cannot be rigged, and the mandate of the people is what will be declared.
But look, the man is telling you, sir, the existing executives no they are maintained because of the plan they have. I mean, even giving you an example of the man you mentioned, John Ejekum Kufuor's time. And these people cannot change their mind. That is why you don't see honum. And you're saying they can't do anything.
My main kind of credential. Canadian Japan and a proposal say all former executives and Brambeka delegate system. It was Canadian Japan's idea. On a proposal. That's why I'm telling you. Say, will be a Dankwah Dombo Buzia tradition. You starting and no honum. What you say? And that's why Kennedy will win this election because the delegates run to Abano. They are John Ajekun Kufuor's delegates, former appointees under John Ajekun Kufuor. Remember that. What you say? Omo Kennedy. Omoni Kennedy a Juma from 1992 till date. Yes. Kennedy is winning this election. Delegates run to Abano. They are Nana Dankwah Kufuor delegates. We have had 2 leadership in this party.
Yes.
Babedi president.
Yes.
John Ajekun Kufuor for 12 years was a leader of our party. Nana Dankwah Kufuor for 16 years was a leader of our party. Indeed, these are their delegates. Now, then I can't name delegates for in this country. There's not a single constituency parliamentary candidate. Election, Kennedy has not gone there to campaign for the person. I'm telling you, fact. From 1992, 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, and even the 2024 general election, Kennedy went across the country with his own resources. Echo campaigning my parliamentary candidates.
And with all this, Eastern Region tells you that I have given 15 of the MPs to another candidate, Dr. Baumia, and you're still saying still no Kennedy has grounds.
Kojo, what's a brofo? You can't say baby a bleeper. saying what happened in Eastern region is a blip. You can't say be a blip. Saying it's a blip. There's nothing that exists like that. We have 34 constituencies in the region.
Yes, and you currently have 25 out of it.
My brother.
And 15
do not
other candidates.
Do not be troubled.
But they declared it.
My brother Jai.
When?
Oh, Jai. Me, of course I saw it. But Jai, it's not a true reflection of what is on the ground. I'm telling you, when people are desperate, almost put desperate measures in place. PR gimmicks. Clearly, it's a clear PR gimmick. They be any Kennedy transia or saying it do. A Jumano of phone or saying it. Kennedy is one person on pictures to trade unnecessarily. Because every day he wants to protect the interest of people. What time can I say? There are thousands of people on mobile campaign office. Thousands of former appointees on mobile to pledge their support for Kennedy. Thousands. And when he has a better picture. We have many of them. May say they're trained. Sabato a delegate election. Send ye tibia Kennedy. We need this election. Ye be who omo to abamano.
But doc, enye who I mean, my friend said, Mr. Doctor, another prayer. Is on. You have Kingsley Ajiman. Even your own constituency area, all these gentlemen are supporting Dr. Baumia. You're saying that it is not a problem. Samuel Kojo Preko. These are serious, dedicated party faithfuls. MPs are almost strength our Eastern region. And you're saying it is not?
It is mere politics. Look, I respect all the people. Almost your more endorse their candidates. But I'm telling you, it won't go anywhere. Maybe I don't know who be any party anymore. What you say? Obi a former appointee. Into who be any party name. Delegates and now also influence on them. No, there's almost no more drinks. Almost almost penny. I'm being a party name. Almost baby be a momba. No more senior. Nkofo be the almost fast years ago now. Almost drinks. Why? Into the endorser. It is you alone. And yeah, dear, representing constituency now of Hobano. Maybe constituency. There are about 523 or 527 delegates. That is at the way polling station, election area coordinators, and then the constituency executives. Expanding it will be more because there will be former appointees on Yes. So I've not even factored that. About you expanding the crowd now, they call even 700 or 800. I can tell you from the information that may feed the ground. There are two people are almost very influential in my constituency. Almost doko two other places. What you say? But majority of the delegates, frame is Kennedy. I'm telling you. And look, Kennedy is for the grassroots. Grassroots for no penal. Say Monday you kumasi near see you Juma Kakra Ashanti region. Me share Kennedy t-shirt. Look, the t-shirt is more popular than me, the human being. Baby, I do ye bia obia ne mekasaye. And look, unko form ne mekasaye no. E senior people almost a mumbo modern na mumfanembra na se mo de ne ba yen ye beba weka campaign no. Do you see what is happening? Middle class na because of a bia party aye ni niema ntina omo city aloof no. Bebre, look, I meet medical doctors. I engage them. I meet professionals. I engage them. Omo nya kasa omo can say, look, bring a better candidate. Because ni awe no mo ye no and omo ka say ni awe no mo ye na omo say na NDC ye no omo hoso if bring a better candidate.
In your own constituency you're talking about, you have a honorable Nana Kwame Frimpong, being your
Buffalo, yes, Buffalo, I know
and all that.
Yeah,
and you think that the influence, you think that a consistency with a omo kasa and all that to get to the constituency level.
Debbie, no, Emfa. And I don't want to. You see, when somebody is an MP, a soldier is because he was raising up, what I say, to be part of the governance structure of the country. It means person can and who send be what I say because Buffalo de Madame Fo, many ne call Legon, what I say, and many standing election. So election a message could be. So of course, why not? It's common knowledge. Everybody knows that.
Okay, so you believe in consistency, right?
No, I believe in results.
Yeah, but you first of all need to understand that you believe in consistency. That is why you want to go for the second time.
But second time. I mean, can't say I'm in the next election.
No, I get it. But
I will go again, but I can't say I'm in the next election.
But consistency is something you believe in.
Oh, because Kennedy has been consistent. Right?
No, I just want to establish
of course,
the fact that
maybe I will continue.
you believe in consistency.
I believe in faithful consistency yield the results.
But it's still consistency.
Of course, consistency is consistency. And because the Kennedy has been consistent.
So why won't you allow consistency to run?
Because consistency now running from 1992, all the flag bearers in they have performed better than the parliamentarians put together. We have the data here. I can pull it out for you to see. They have performed better than all the parliamentarians put together. In this election, I call 2024, your flag bearer, he performed low. Only 4 million plus votes. Parliamentarians put together, you 5 million plus votes.
A flag bearer and a problem and a party problem.
Oh, it's a problem with the flag bearer. Oh, no, leader. Candidate
party problem.
No. Now, when Anton Wayne, hey, brass, I'm out here. Oh, you host to Hanum. When Anton program, are you not the best person to sell your program? Who invited me some Brown in your program now? What you say? Unim say, the Meba Hanum, when your followers, me, your live TikTok.
Okay.
I mean, your live TikTok. Nice just right now. What
nice
you say? Into Unim say, more eyeballs in him. Out there. Into oh, I call baby cry. Anyway, into now, me abano. Did you understand what I'm saying? It's clearly that's what it is. What you say? Wow, we can do no out on. John Ajukunku for no tono, and now Opuli parliamentarians in that long. Nanado Dankwah for no tono. In fact, Nanado Dankwah for the first time of standing here called the election, no call by election or the call runoff.
Yes, runoff.
What you say? Emma Atamils winning with 28,000 or 23,000 our time. What you say? 2012 election. Nanado Dankwah for appreciate here more and more and more. 2016 election, we appreciate here. 2020 election, we have 6 million plus votes. An extra 1 million from 2016 election, 5.7 to 6.7. What you say? Now you just 6.7 amount. At least maintain it. What you say? Into the main person call constituency in seminar ecosono because minimum results are by in constituency. The NDC has been consistent with our candidate, our president here. Out is your MCE. Since your margin between MPP and NDC is 733. 733.
Okay.
Emrana JB Dankwah Dumiame of our no. The margin was large. Large. MPP by a margin started say quiet. In fact, to be fair, in this past election, I was told say there's some underground work be say there were some people be now almost antagonizing against the candidate of Buffalo. Until almost said that someone gets get a blast and all of those other things. Until that can account to that. What do I say? Me, I wish Buffalo well. You understand? I won't contest him. I've told him that I won't contest him. He's a young man like me. What you say? We call parliament as an opposition MP. Me another 10 man now. I'll let him go. You understand? Yes. I mean, I won't contest him. But so can I say go for another person? Why not? Me they may contest here later in the future. That is what the former flag bearer should have done. Keso train on humeso. So near Biden here, you know, nyansa womo. Keso train on humeso. Ne ma bi wo no ma. O ya wo humeso. So woni wo yire enya asema. So ubeka so di ochana ni akasa. Esa nse sunye manyansa. Sana mpenifo ne kire yo sunye manyansa. Nti se sunye tumi manyansa. Keso train on humeso. O hwe Ghanaian economy ni nya o steady ni ye. No who say look, inyama na wo ka a crazy for no moment as you. A crazy for no. John Mahama den koko ketinketi ababe win election. That's what Mahama has done. Mahama den koko ketinketi ababe win election.
But I'm ton and I am one of ton my.
Oh, my brother, me see one out on home. Then man can't just say Kennedy t-shirt and me share.
Yeah.
I just wore the t-shirt too. The t-shirt was more popular than me. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is effortless to sell Kennedy. And yet me say me share the t-shirt. Everybody airport on that video. My big man.
Popularity versus work. Which one is more effective for you?
Both. Unyumano and the man we are popular. Unjuma and the man we are popular. That's it. It's like a chicken and egg situation. Unjuma and the man we are popular. Kojo uti hey. Juma wo yeno and the man ko form wa bontie bodin. Maybe watch it down committee hey. Me TikTok live here say me who send me ye me name say gusu also and I say me so me say also. What you say? All those things you know. Me njuma na me ye no. And obi beka say oh mitio wa Kessben. Mitio wa ha. Me njuma no. What you say? And that's what it is. Inti se unjuma no anso eni a wonya popular. And no matter how you think you are, unjuma no enso. Me say Mahama den kokon ketinketi be win election over all the things that were being done. What you say? It tells you that all politics is local. Who localize the issue now? Be man ko for to Obama. Nana do Dankwah for the free senior high school or they be win election. What you say? John Ajokunku for and free maternal health not even winning election.
But you all promised us with the same man you are talking about now that
my brother.
I mean digital plus
Kennedy. It did not win us an election.
Yes, but you believed in that.
Oh, brad.
Kennedy. And you believed in the man.
Debbie Brad Tobo. Osono no hu. Ni osono no be ina baby ayesum no. Sana osono ne humanity. What you say? Kennedy see all the jobs neighbor.
Ohana meba.
Yes.
Meba hosisia no wache DNT awofo say.
Yes.
SSA ye Dr. Kennedy. And as I mean kan ohene
Ejepon Kennedy.
Oak. You know ebet nante and as a yento abana man. But me kan choose my name Dr. Palgrave Boakye Dankwah or lecturer UPS in office or national coordinator. The Ohine Ejepon Kennedy for president, There are a lot of messages here that I'll read for you. Now, I share the but my many aim boost for Andy and Common. Few honoma now for Dr. Honum now for about Betwaso. I want 17 minutes past the hour of 9. Aim boost be about there.
Bibiabo come Mr. Perko.
The radiase. Yenin komo.
Medasi Mr. Perko and operation ende Nyankopon sister odi a chain na fi. Ye metie for ni ahwefo nyina akwa babiem emra Kessben television so. Mr. O ene mentina sima kakra bi na ye japomde ho nsem free sharp heads. Wi a Mr. Perko den komo na aka ni nyina ato aso de amaw. Apomde ho asem de wuti bia mepa cho ya mempopo uti kra na se nyi waso wo ho. Esan se na wi ase se de yare ati atese na nipa enhu de wonye no etwa se wo ma wani ekọ wapomden ho nsem pa nyame anim ni ye nkwane de enhye da ni sutumi na enso yapomden ne de me pa cho you have power over it edonti ena no pay ene kame ho na ye nje apomden ho nsem sharp herbs ye ne de imbustable mixture abedwa so ye si police ni no edro no eye police ni ena ye no kwasem ni se edro eboa ye papa enemre mu de ye se opa apomden pa na se wan kohwehwe imbustable mixture anto anoma na che se wan kasa nyampa apomuden mmesan sa apomuden ne de ni nyina agina hahama enubna ene ye natural spices mu se de Nyankopon asema ka kire no sa pepepe ena doctor nya odom yi wan fan hye ne ho na watrem waye na abefo kwan so kama odi abase ye nyina ye nyi bi na ye nom na mo waye me apomuden ho nsem no enko nanim eno nti se metena se no makamfo du papa de ama odi a na eye imboost herbal mixture sarmane se police ni no edro no ye numbers eye 0246 208496 0246 208496 and 0261 388 149 0261 388 149 yemfa afidikasi so na yen makoshin kesepa adofo nom no kwasem ni se imbustable mixture eye adwuma na nanse yenya ko obi free kumase a na nipa bi kire se nipa bi de car abegina tech odomi abraside ho baby ye ko hokra ya etu car ekọ hokọhwe na ose oton imbustable mixture na se police ni na duro no na onu ankasa no wato imbust ni bi de asika anim eno onu ankasa so aduro eka ho enu nti se wokọ na se wunnim imbust ni se de asiti a no odi na aduro no amaw but se onim se de asiti na wo challenge ne pe no aye fast no ayi imbust na ma medofo imbustable mixture no eye ba akọ pe ye nton ne ka mu Eshe green and white box mu metro man da ho apeja dade ya tro imboost ne kese ne asanso atro police ni na duro e de agu hu ura herbal shop bia mu pharmacy bia mu license chemical shop na over the counter bia mu a ubenya bia to anom no kwasem ni yenton aduro no e wo ka mu na onua so a wo yesa de ne se oju hu de se wa yaduro na wa aduro ni ya adwuma de amepa cha ofa odin ton anya sa sesei doctor ya jojo na koma che sesei de ye ja no wo so mu a onfa ho nhyew enche kra ono so ye posi ni woni mumra enu nti odo be fa mra kwan so afa ye nhwe kwan a ye be fa so a ye benya apomuden medofo me sha ase no me kan bibi kira wo se ye nkwan de ye nhya so ye nhye da enni sutumi papa na emomu apomuden de wo sutumi wontimi nhye se eda se mfie se na menya amewu na emom se obe decide se menya apomuden ana menya apomuden ne de ejina wo so ni nyina ne se wo lifestyle choices eniema wo offer ana se niema wo de kan wo nipadua no wadidie mu onumu eni niema a wo yes the way we see ball brafa the way we see live life enu timi kire wa pomden ne bobre enu nti no se wo didi na se wan hwe wadidie ye enuane a makwan mani wura wo nipadua mu ba bia wo gina to aduane ekwan a mfa so ye waduane ni nyina timi ma wo nipadua no apɔmuden ho nsɛm no etimi kɔ fam paa enye bibia na twa sɛ wo ma ho kwan ma ne wura wo nipadua mu empo aduro kra no enye aduro bia ena wo sɛ wo ma ho kwan ma ne wura wo nipadua mu sɛ wo pa apɔmuden mapade amedɔfo wo didi ano ayɛ ahwɛ yie sɛ obenya balance diet nuane nwura nipadua ni hia ma nipadua ni nyini kama enya apɔmuden no eno na wo sɛ wo benya enye sɛ bisa bi mpradua sɛ aduane na yɛ sorɔkye na anwo etene fa ho no ena kyerɛ sɛ obenya apɔmuden anase wo didi yie na emom no sɛ obema atosode adɔɔso ɛwɔ aduane mu obema nuaba adɔɔso wɔ aduane mu no eno boa yie paa ema wotumi enya apɔmuden mapa afɛn soso no wo didi yie na afɛ wo hwɛ sɛ obɛtenetene wo mpom nipa bia otimi tinitini ni mpom no kwasem ni se nipa no otumi nya apomuden na ni immune system so a ebo ne ho ba afiri nyarewa ho no eboa ema na ho ode kɔ nanim pa se unya udidi yi a ema immune system no ye strong sanso so na otimi tinitini wo mpom a ema immune system no ye strong eno ntimi dofo ya hyehye wo ne ema yi na adekye mu no hwese wo betimi atinitini wo mpom wanye koranye sima ba ye du ana aduonu na aboa ama wo nipadua no atumi anya apomuden mapa afei so hwese obenum nso ntentem so sa wonum nso ntentem so a eno boa ema wo immune system no nya ahoden yie pa na eno boa so ma nipadua no enya apomuden mapa nipa bia dehydration anase ontanum nso ntentem no sa nipa no oriki ni immune system na eno so timi ma na apomuden ho nsem no ekofom medofo wo tumi ewo apomuden so wa bra wo boa se wo immune system no benya ahoden no afe wo bo ho ban se yare ntimi ma wo nipadua ni mu ntentem yare ba nipadua ni mu so na eche na entumi nkwa ekosesa yare wa ahodo de ba na no so timi kofo how bebre e de brew enu nti na mama imboost metena sese ya na makanfo do papa de ama wo se wo hwe wadidie ye wo hwe wo num ye wo tinitini wo mpom no na afe so odi ahonidie eye adwuma wo fie ho ma ntem ho no fa imboostable mixture yesa na mrani se police ni na duro no ema wo nipadua adentia eye bibiduro kan a yeden hahama enubna enua hini aye na nokwasem ne anigisem ewo mu ne se ebra aduro yedi duru Kwame Nkrumah University no omo ye omo hwehwemu no omo se aduro no ekura property bia eboa ema sugar kwa efom pa eno ntinye nwanwa se diabetes for no maduro na no wodi adanse ese no kwasem ni ma no maduro yede mato diabetes aduro so ache na so mi frase ese me di police ni na aduro ye ma aduro no eniema asesa kra mi sugar no ekofom ama mi akasa mitumu se mi nipadua no apomodin abem ene ne te sadia na pressure for omo pressure nye normal so yenso mu na ye normal se oda pressure eduro so se oda diabetes eduro so eduro bia woda so no enchiri police ni na duro no imboostable mixture ne beboa ama pressure no so abafom ema omo mensese maye kra de omo so eduro mu se eku a na chese omo agye atomu a omo no maduro no ye ka ebibidura Ghana ha emaya no mpa e imboostable mixture na no miko program bia se na se de ababa wa bisi di aduro ne ho adanse no auto 5 bottles unya ne baabia said abaya pa wasi so a auto ebibiduro 5 bottles onim de aduro na ya ma no wona o moment se ba wote ya pa no dampam no ntimi enkwa adwuma no de o moment se yi o mo ho ano no ene o magyae eno ntimi nua ba se menses ne ba na se wo dampam na ntimi nkwa adwuma wan hwe e beka se o ye lazy esan se wonum imboostable mixture ebeyi menstrual pains ni nyina afiri ho menstrual disorders ni nyina afiri ho na mpanimfo a o mo fie kwa animu na nyarewa ahodo aba o mo nipadua no so kra de omo kra de yenka omo se de eye de aged strength and penifo apomodin any imboostable mixture esan sa wonum imboostable mixture na sa nyarewa wu nyina eba wo so no ni nyina utimi de wo ho firi ho na omogya ne tumi di afurusane ye na infections ne bacteria so ba nipadua ne mo pe entam omudwane esan se imboostable mixture ne kratanisa edi sa adwuma no edi ama wo medofo wutie me fa number si na asem bi a kire wadwen no eni endi nkomai eye 0246 20 8496 0246 208496 and 0261 388 149 0261 388 149 meda for apomuden de o so control enu nti bo homodin say wo benya apomuden mapa so de enu ani imboost herbal mixture enimre ma yare ati say de nipa bi ahia ne say obe boosting the immune system and now obe supporting the immune system na enya ahodin na nipadua na nkasa awo so nyarewa nyina egu ebi o herbal shop license chemical shop pharmacy bia mu na enye na o pedodo atu na wa Accra ha o kan shi drug lane ya to apeti wo ho ka so a tribe of Judah achimota health alert shop afetema nana boache Ghana half na bebia northern region eastern region central region Ashanti region bebia imboostable mixture ebi wo ho no medofo ye do see na Mr. Preko de adwumadie na aka na to aso me hu se doctor esre hwe me pa doctor me ma imboost no mo okay
and utrine na me de it's am sure sound so the one country no e me de pa imboost no a local drink a local
yeah no brand ye ha man ye dia
me de me ye bibi wo friend planic healing
okay
me practice no so into me fedro bia
okay
drink a lot of water sleep well eat well
said the na ye kana the na ye kana
oh here I know we making sure say na do bia now
we fire
powerful you and the spirit
yara see imboost for yara see bebre say mo so mo de 27 minutes past hour of year 9 ye ne Dr. Palgrave Boache Dankwah lecturer UPSA and after national coordinator for the Oak for president and who come on ye know doc 5 minutes for you convince us tell us a DNT and now for say a year on hine a Japan Kennedy delegates and to Aba and man no only di a MPP for him 5 minutes as you
Kojo
tell us convince us
Kojo Medasi World Bank for the kratabi be 2 dra na watching say in memu 500,000 enter into the public space in terms of omu pejuma labor market no 500,000 in memu every single year omoba into the job market. Now look, if we are say ha no ho say uko suku na uwie suku the next thing you want is sustainable job. And your job awunya anu wejayo. Me I've gone to Malta multiple times. Malta kroni nipa no ndoso. Utumi jai juma and there 10 o'clock. By 12 you get a new job. That's how Malta is. Because in Juma wo hono no edoso see nipa mo kroni. And I'll say it again. In Juma wo Malta as I speak to you today, in Juma wo hono no edoso see omwo krom hono. Inti Malta so to me jai juma and there 9:30. By 12 you have a new job. And that is where we must get to as a country. And Kennedy is jobs. Nipa Bako, we're creating over 7,000 jobs. And I think that is being stated over and over again. The business acumen and in the entrepreneurial mind, you know, and no de baby rule Ghana. Ghana is going to become a business country. What you here? Say what buying any honoma want to mean so you're unemployed. Because the way a Kennedy ever building the private sector, creating an enabling environment to make sure that the young people have a future in this country. You know, no other government has been able to do that. And that's what Kennedy is bringing. He's bringing jobs. I can't overstate it. Jobs. What you say? Ejuma hu hiya mani pao. Sende wu kojo yetu aka 10,000. Answer na usika ne beba nasi kanasa. Because you have about 8 people who are unemployed. I say komunye ejuma na kahombe henha wakakra. And that's where it is. Until for me, it is jobs. Beyond all the other policies or the better to draw with agriculture, with industrialization, with tourism, with the regional distribution of the various ministries. I didn't think the whole ministry of agriculture in Accra. But Accra, you do it for Kennedy saw the back off. I didn't think the whole ministry of energy. Now Accra. Kennedy saw the back western region. I didn't think the whole ministry of education. Now Accra. The hub of education is in Central Region. Maybe kwa disado college. Go for bebre muti enu. Bebre one conference pima kwa disco, one kwa disco or gasco, one kwa holiko, one kwa holiko kwa apam, ukos radio. I mean, exactly. My bowl school, my addis, radio, all those things. So into Osha, Kennedy is going to redistribute the ministries in this country. And do you know what's going to happen? So redistributing ministries in India, not the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources called Ashanti Region, or the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology called Sunyani, Bono, and those areas, or the Ministry of Tourism called Volta Region. What do you say? No redistributing ministries in India. That's the say of building Accra as the financial hub. Obia wo sike bia shon pass bia come and invest into the country or by building a crime into the financial hub. Now do you know what has happened? The United States of America, Oko New Yorker, JP Morgan is directly opposite the United Nations office. Here. I've been there several times. Accra is going to be a financial hub the way a New York tieno. It is empiricism and it is data proven. The way a New York tieno, that's how Ghana is going to be, because we're going to build a financial hub into any Ghana hanumo wosika onto me investing.
Okay.
And that's what Kennedy brings.
Okay.
Into what Kennedy brings on the table is pragmatism. Otiasie obia odi ninsemechi edi yejuma. And you obia obeka keke. Now we ja to honum. Otiasie. And I think that me try there with UPS no. They be me catch students and they say, so we make sure say oh yeah prepared for the job market. Because and then me try level 400. They are in their 7th semester. Next semester no more 8th semester and they are out into the job market. One of the things that UPS say, you must dress well. Professionalism now. Okay, and yesterday you're graduating from my faculty.
Okay.
Faculty of Management Studies, Business Administration Department.
Okay.
Okay. Leadership, corporate governance, international business, and a public admin. Four courses are mature. What you say? Now, OSHA, UPSA, and I like UPSA because I feel is the university of the future. There are a lot of young people now you say dress well. Dress well because in that ecosystem of the university, you have master students who are job owners, almost industry players. You have PhD students who are industry players. Into your undergraduate, your boss can be in that university.
Sure.
Into dressing anyhow, address of a foul. And I'm sure graduation, dressing of girls need to be addressed. Say, hey, now graduation, ready for the job market. It's for me.
Yes.
When I look at Kennedy,
okay,
I'm impressed because obetene the ecosystem of this country. Benin. Raking a lot of revenue. Benin, raking revenue from cotton and tourism. Ghana, everything is good. Debut, cassava can give us a lot. 38 different products. Sugarcane, you bet to me the INM. Charcoal, you bet to me the INM. Lithium, bauxite, diamond, all those mineral resources near one. You bet to me the INM. And I believe in Kennedy. And Kennedy is the right person for this country.
Okay. All right. Doug,
Accra,
and we wish you well. Ansani ebe to abananka se ebe sen hian. Just as you say here the obeba.
Meba na me patro me dwom na me to ye no pen aboma me.
Me pen aboma.
Onyame gina Kennedy echi. So don't bury man.
Thank you.
Ne hu ye hu onyankopon na ne hu ye hu. What you say?
Yes.
The time when David was going to fight Goliath.
Yeah.
Or say I am coming against you in the name of my God.
Okay.
And yet David Kitwano,
Right.
Kennedy is coming into the new patriotic party with Yeshua Mashiach. What you say? And we Jesus Christ. And it's going to be exciting.
Doug, me da se fa se oni edin komo doctor Palgrave Boache Dankwah, lecturer UPSA, and I so oye national coordinator the oak for president in no AD and kono mas ko bibia boko there.
Nyame adum bibia boko.
And if oak ya yemba sasi. Na sasi su munye ya nso tuto ya wa kire se masase ne de nso tobia eniso masasi de correct bibia fine no.
Yeah.
Boy nkomo.
Me da se ewusianfo me bom nkomote. Mami mfanche sonko emfree Imascon Estate Ghana Limited aso ye. Na baby bia da wo hye ye ne baby bia wutie ena no pay no. Yemfa ntia sonkwan embrɛ na afei yemoma baso ne yenam asese mo ye customers a magye adi edi free bra ye hye ye promotion ase eye susu for land promotion ye hye ase a yabom dawura bepem ene ya sa promotion ekɔ na wiye no ensem biata ye beka na ha no dodo na no atie edi achi amoma kwakɔ sade ensase no esitie ya wonma ye krado so mo eba betobi wempa me no wo eka binum padi kan aba beton sase ne bi dadomo hyase ye omo eso omadan e ye omo japade akese bie companies akese e wo eso eno nti dia me kan se won soso a unya kwan e ma ye meto bie no me pa wo chew bomodian se obeba eri se enche biada ye di binum bekwa asase ne so no omo di omani krotu awisie yi akwa sade esitie na abusuan sase na ye kan wansemi no ene ye otrofo no se me dance ni e wa abrochire eno nie asase na de TV ne so hwe nipa dodo ya ye de omo akọ asase ne so ya wonom ekọ akọhwe ebu onsum pa wonom ekọ akọgye omo de ɛno nti deɛ meka ne sɛ me maame anaa me papa a wotie me na wosan so ɛhwɛ yɛn ɛwɔ Kessben TV afidie kɛseɛ so ɛne Kessben FM so no bɔmmɔden sɛ wɔn so bɛba na wɔde w'ani aba abɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ ɛsiteɛ wɔn ɛdan no a ɛsi hɔ nom no a yɛba abɛbɔ soɔ no owura bi a wɔwɔ aburokyire ana wɔse mehwɛ mo wɔ TV soɔ no mahu sɛ ampa sɛ mo nsase a motɔn no ɛyɛ nsase papa na mabɔ mo diaa awurawura mu ama obi akɔ lands commission wɔn mo aso akɔ sɛ ampa sɛ deɛ mo kasa mo nsase no mo register ni nyina da ɛwɔ lands commission din mu afei nso so mo de title ato so ɛde afi lands title registration center yɛ no nso no ɛwɔ lands commission wɔn mo no mo yɛ ni nyinaa wie ampa ɛno nti saa na ɛteɛ di a ɛne asase no deɛ di kan mo ntwa me deɛ ɛma me ɛho sika me deɛ ɛma mo no enie wɔde sika ne ma ne yɛ biribi awie yɛ no ampa yɛ de nkrata asɛm nyinaa nso ma ne yɛ yɛma abusuafo nso ɛbɛhwɛ yɛ yɛ ɔmo agye to mu sɛ deɛ yɛka no ɛnyɛ bosem kasam ɛnyɛ atrɔsam na mmom no ɛyɛ nokware turo doo ane yɛka wɔwie no wɔse sɛ moadi nokora ma me ɛwɔ asase a metɔ de afa mu nkyɛn deɛ ɛneɛ mɛsa nso asɔm ahwɛ bio ɛne sɛ wɔse wɔde ne plan ɛɛba na wɔde sika aka ho ɛde aba sɛ yɛnsi ne dan sɛ wɔsi pa no ɛma no ɛno ane yɛde to Kessben TV no nso a mo hui eti saa dan na esuo no ɛyɛ imasconfoɔ yɛ contractors na yɛ masonfoɔ a wɔn ma bene ɛwɔ dansie mu no wɔn na ɛsi saa ɛdan no awie yɛ a yɛba bɛbɔ so ɛde ama saa nipa no enti abusua deɛ yɛka ne sɛ ɛwɔ mu sie wɔ nimaku ahodoɔ bi yɛ a wɔn ma ba bɛdaadaa nkɔfoɔ ɛwɔ nsase tɔm ne ɛdan tɔ ne dansie mu nanso imascon estate Ghana limited deɛ meka hyɛ nyame animonyam ɛsɛ yɛnyɛ saa de ne nada obi da biara da ɛno nti matwa ho mfonini ɛde akyerɛw ama wo ankasa wɔbɛhwɛ hwɛ pani kwantrafo wɔde adwuma no wɔne die anim no owura hope gati wɔhyɛ jeans ana wɔhyɛ deɛ hyɛ mi wɔde ne fitaa ana wɔagye ne kyɛ fitaa yɛ akyɛ sɛ wɔno ne die anim ɛde yɛ nyinaa yɛ kɔ asase ne so na wɔakyerɛw sɛ mennie menwane ɛfiri sɛ deɛ mehyɛ no ɛnyɛ bosem kasam ɛnyɛ atorɔsɛm ɛnyɛ nadaasɛm enti wɔno ana yɛ ana wɔdi anim a wohunu sɛ wɔkasa wɔkyerɛkyerɛ yɛ a wɔne amanfoɔ ɛdi nkɔmmɔ no abusua imascon estate Ghana limited yɛn nsase no wɔhaw biara ni ho mesia ho nkratasɛm ɛyɛ genuine ɛna afei nso so no yɛn nsase no anweapudio wɔ so ɛno nti deɛ yɛka no sɛ wɔbɛtɔ asase na yɛde anwea no bɛkyɛ wo kwa yɛbɛka sɛ grade na ɛfa ɛna ɛfɛ so dan anaa afa deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ afei ɛnso so nsu a wode bɛsi wo dan no sɛ wo se ɛdan no firi asase so akɔpem baabi a nyankopɔn wɔteɛ nsuo no yɛde kyɛ wo firii wontua kaprɛ anaa dama ɛwɔ ho ana afei wode hwɛ asase no yɛde so nyinaa kama ɔpani kwantrafo na die no obi ka ne ho no wɔn hwɛ greda no ana ɛgye soɔ no yɛne yɛsɛ wobɛtɔ yɛ asase na yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛbrɛ o ɛnyɛ afei ne yɛkɔtwa kwa yɛbrɛtuo bi mama wo bɛwiase wɔna akɔ greda na wɔna akɔpɛ obi kyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ka yɛ ɔhaw yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛkyɛ yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛbɔ ka yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛbrɛ wo ho ɛno nti ne yɛyɛ wɔ nyinaa de ama wɔ yɛgye so wie a yɛyi akwan nyinaa to ntam deɛ broni fɛn sɛ demarcation yɛ nyinaa kama afei baabi bia da wɔse yɛde nneɛma sisi yɛyɛ ne saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na wonim sɛ yɛne asase no yɛyi baabi de ato hɔ sɛ yɛsi police station yɛyi baabi de ato hɔ sɛ yɛsi hospital afei yɛsi event center yɛsi ɛyɛ shopping mall ɛne market ɛwɔ hɔ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a baabi a wobɛdi dwa ɛnyɛ den ma wo afei sukuu nyinaa no yɛsi bi ɛwɔ hɔ ɛyɛ hɔ community ane yɛ building ɛno nti ne yɛsɛ wo nso bra na bɛtɔ asase no bi na bɛsi wo dan ɛwɔ imascon yɛ asase no so na bɛka abusua kɛseɛ no ho na wo nso woammerɛ da biara da abusua gyeɛ nɔmɛsi na memfa deɛ aka no ɛnka ho am yɛ nɔma a ɛdi kan no ɛyɛ 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730
okay.
0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437. Immense confirm numbers no yensas ni ewo Tripoli ewo Greater Accra region ya emu wotra tema kakra bi na okọ anim ya Dowenya na ohoyi wotra Dowenya kakra bi a baabi a Central University any Sagrema Affordable Housing ewo na 5 minutes pe na wadru yensase ne so afa yensase ne one plot no yese bra be fa 32,000 cedis na eno ne yese di kan fa 8,000 to asem we di 8,000 to asem do kwa asase no so akwato de amount ye ma kwansa hyase si udan wo so na 24,000 na ebeka no eno so 24 months a eye 2 years and ye di so spread de ediama wo mpe wei na kayama tuom ana ope ana won so ope half plot no eno so ye twa ediama bafu kama eno so eye 16,000 cedis na eno ne yesi di kan fa mu 4,000 cedis ebeto asem what the 4,000 by no so no ye do kwa asase so kwatwa wo de ediama say the one plot de esitia na ne ama kwan no a sha say ye so edman to gu so a eno so wo ye so edman no 12,000 na ebeka no ye de 1 year mu a 12 months eye 1 year na so spread na ye de amount ye sorry so akona de tie ba ko e de ne say apart from asase no a ya go nyoma mu e de amount say ye twa de amount ne amount ko no a sha say so adwuma na de aka ne amount mra emuwa no watua no say wo pe anwani bia ka ho say wo pe blocks ana say wo pe empo no eye gravel sabosan de be so dan na eno so ye sebra ye no betra se be nhye na de kakra bia to ase ni ye de no nso so amount na ugu so wo yeso adwuma o chese wo de ye adwuma no na de aka no watua no kakra kan tia busia we de amgide so bia no oton sa so Ghana ha sa de fair ti say no be de amount your office ne was Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction ye ni Allied Filling Station okwan so ana edin hwani mu ye sa ben KFC ba bia wono mo eton aduane na no nti fa be hyem susu for land promotion eba na wiye ansa eno nti bra fra yen ebra ye koi eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 afedi etwato no eye 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited Susu for land promotion fa be hyem na dani fiewura no aka say Imascon darumenti menso mesafo ni Nyankopon onhira mu nyina
onhira wo so yeda eye Imascon asibebre 9:43 is the time na femine eye mia minia bema from eye midimafo endi enkomo na afi yemfa dwumadie no so embra awie na afi yemfa de akata specialist na kanya no emfa so maw boss bibi aboko de mi hu ache kakra
twedi ampo nyame adom me ho ye pa ai no kure
obi aho ye o midimafo
nyame adom obi aho ye pa
Ghana for hwe
mira se ma memfa nchia mfa mfiri midimafo e ba hospital Dr. Time da so da no na memfa ma wahwefo ene watiefo ena no pay na me na okasa se si anom Doctor atena se e opoku ase mayra anu nti se e wo tirimu se ne oba beje ayarehwe ayaresa e wo medimafo e ba hospital ampacho simobra obeka se ena nsuo petempacho nsuo na te wa pete no nso no yare de fan hye ho nkase o me twen enkosi se nsuo beti ansa bra medimafo na afa yenhwe wo esan se aboa pese wo se edidi kwan wo enwa emfa ma no anu nti no obetimi afrin kran ha akokumase akodidi asan ba esan so se edidi kwan enwa yare atete onipadua no ayade ahawa adwene ye pa emfie bebreni ana wa yare sa yare no wo de akina wonya no aduro bado da so de kini bia ba kwa mekanfo de ama ene anopay eyemedimafo e ba hospital sa anopay na wo ba first 100 people a ombedi kan wo medimafo e ba hospital ene aye 2nd October no first 100 people no emu 70 abaje 32-inch television emu 30 abaje mobile phones e wo medimafo e ba hospital omo maka from 100 nechi no achade ahodo bebre e na wo ho a munsum benya bi wo bra wo be saw ho yare ene e wo medimafo e ba hospital maintenance enya nhwehan entrance enkase na me de na minisika na me fa anye sei da bi doctor say we hia usika na emom no ayaresa aba beje wo medimafo e ba hospital no ne hia anu nti e na obi ba obeba no aka kire doctor say doctor e wo mu se wo se bosome ba akwa na mienu ade hwe me e ka mebo 1,200 Ghana cedis By now me buy ye scale kita me 400 cedis 300 cedis na doctor en kan kire say me je 1,002 na 1,005 ni nyina ansa na mahwe emom no sika kita wa de buy doctor beje no mo aduro o kono mo aduro for 2 weeks nyame adom na 2 weeks ne nso no afebe wo say yare a wo de buy me dimafo ba hospital no kwasem no say yare no asi A2 e de free enipaduanum wo mpe we na opede me dimafo heba hospital asem ena me no eka ena no pay to anamona bra na yanhwe oni enyu emfiri sa yare num for the first time Ghana bakose mu na yaresabia ba ako a me pacho eba ye wo hwe hiafo ne esikafo nyina emidimafo eba hospital enu nti ena ya woi obi amfa na nkyere mo emidimafo eba hospital no pay doctor atena se dada twen wo se obeba no ode berade ato yare so ene kra mpo nso de obeduru poku ase no se bia obeduru na kakra nya available a ka wo ho a eba be fa wo efiri emidimafo eba hospital na de wakwa yaresabia ho afi mujibu nuro wie nso a na ebi mo ho a na ka ho odin na ka na sa de maba poku ase emidimafo aba hospital pe na obenya ne seye enne a me no ka sei no be the achede no ekoso poku ase mayira wo kina nyame ya adoma last week premium service na amaso enu nti wo kina nyame ya adoma kina Friday kini fie premium service no this time around e baso na opesa obo kina for premium service a number way na abefre de me be wo boy na abefre no wabuki for premium service nyame adom ochira na ama o time a o de beba time e de be ma no sa time no beba na doctor atena se twen wo erunti number o be booki for premium service ochina Friday no 0597 202375 tieni enye we na that TV no so no we your premium service number na me bobo no tieni pa 0597 202375 0597 202375 premium service number no opeso obo chana for premium service o metena se nche oba na doctor show no wakwa sa number no na abefre afa bia wo ensembisa wo hwa me free amona ne kro ahodo so na o pese obagya yarehwe wo medimafo aba hospital na onu yedi nkomo ewa abefo entintafiri anasa homa no so a 0 eno ye number na that TV no so 0244 774282 0244 774282 and 0500 727215 0500 727215 these are numbers abefra na 024544 9592 024544 9592 oba wuni atenka mpacho bra medimafo aba hospital ye betreat you kama pa afa be man so a wo mpamugro ewo fom no bra medimafo aba hospital me ka se wo fom a wo ye sande wo te ase pa wonkoye 1 minute adwuma na 2 minute na 5 minute adwuma 10 minute na mfam me ba ho nsamanane bra medimafo aba hospital ne amwo eze nkoda no as for so mu ye school no mo ba na fe social media so ne no mo te warning ene ye ba fie mbacho oba woni atenka no bra na yanhwe se immune system no a week o cells no hormones no ma ho de aba fom ti na woni atenka na se da ba ya nkodai ento warning meto so no mo mefa okunu bra medimafo ba hospital ne amwo be ma bi wa osore anahomache between 4:30 to 5:30 na se wa de na ampagya ne mu monitoring kwa mpacho ohawo ho obi o se for 3 months wo hu sa de na mpacho bra medimafo ba hospital say sciatica say no mpemu na ahwehwe wo na wo namro mu na etutu wo obi na nteka kra bia no abre say wakoba bia ma pressure dro da so saa wono be mfinhye be mienu afi baako o pressure na de atia na tebra medimafo ba hospital ne amo ye dro de ye ka de ensase ye bo say onum dro ba bia wujai medimafo ba hospital no na pressure na ba be normal fabra medimafo ba hospital afei mpo ye se o kidney say o yemu nuoma esense obi wa se onya fatty liver afei crampons no obi o wa ese onya stomach ulcer ulcers ye umbebre dodo na ulcer peptic ulcer ni nyina ulcers say ulcers best 17 ulcers ho batam bia na ya na miensa we na ya ebodin bramdimafo na afei ya hwehwe oni padua no hwe so how be na ho na ya hwehwe wi ansa na ya mo aduro enya so be kan say we na hawa na ya mo aduro but ebe hwehwe hu say ampa say we na nam so ba ya de we na de ba afei na duro no quantity ya de be ma no atu yare na se de afiri ni padua no eye medimafo ba hospital ye opoko ase mayira Kumasi abua kwa atwoma go school junction ya do senior koba me kan kire o say doctor atenase no pa ya wo cha ade o kira so obasa atenase anu ntifa numbers no nabra na yese obi bi ni asorobo a kotokoro enka soro da biara da say yare na etete wo ahaban wo ho ya o se ni aduaba ne mfa ahaban mfa nse ho yare de Dr. Tam da so e de sa ahaban ne bekan ama ho atumi ato ye number o TV no so no 0244774282 ba premium service no 0597202375 premium number also betimi afre chama ye beda ase anope
Mr. Medasipa. And that's it. We are back tomorrow morning. I'm on Samso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Thanks to the production team. Your best Anaba. Watching Eradia Duma. Have a blessed day and stick and stay with 92.9 Kessben TV. What Midford Action is next on your radio and your television. Good morning.